Having to see the narcissist in court is awful. So what I want to do in this video is provide a list of things that anybody can do to make this horrible time go as smoothly as possible. Number 1, remember that the way you look is very important. This is a courtroom setting, and it's important to dress as such. Nothing overly revealing, nothing too done up or dramatic. Tone down makeup, don't wear excessive jewelry, don't wear your best stained pair of pajama pants. You want to look nice and presentable, but not too nice. The way I phrase it is always, you want to look forgettable, decent, but not threatening, not like you're trying to boast or brag. There's no need to go into court and act like a big shot. This is not about what the narcissist sees or thinks, more so who is deciding the case. You really more so care about what they think. How you stand or sit or interact also matters with how you look. Avoid body language that looks mean, aggressive, standoffish, or uninterested. Try to remain alert. Don't cross your arms across your chest and be unapproachable. Don't roll your eyes. Be attentive. Take notes, even if you're just kind of doodling. Try not to snicker or show visible signs of laughing at something or being triggered and upset by something if you can. Brace yourself. You're going to be slandered. You're going to be smeared. Lies are going to be told. Unbelievable things are going to come out of somebody's mouth today. You cannot change it, but what you can do is prepare for it and in the moment appear as unaffected as possible. Number 2, you can use certain lines that might allow you some time. Do you feel the heat on your face? You're getting mad, annoyed, or even sad? You can practice some lines that will give you a minute. Something just as simple as, "I'm sorry, I need a minute to think about that. That's a little hard for me to recall. I need a few minutes." Or, "I'm not really sure about that." Something that will just kind of give you a moment for you to take a deep breath and compose yourself. Number 3, be polite. Address the judge as your honor, say please and thank you. Again, nice and respectful, yet blending in just like anybody else. Really, really important to look calm and collected and try not to be flummoxed by what's happening so that you address people properly, remove the hat, the sunglasses, all that stuff that I'm sure I don't have to say, but I'm doing it just in case. Number 4, pay absolutely no attention to the narcissist. Look their way as little as possible. A lot of times narcissists will put on a big show to try to get your attention. They might say something wild. They're going to talk loudly. They're going to try to walk as close to you as possible. They might even try to approach you and talk to you before or after the hearing, maybe even both. Remember, nothing needs to be said to them. It can all go through the attorneys. There's nothing to look at. There's nothing to see. You know what they look like. It's just another day. Ignore them completely. Silence and appearing all business and uninterested gives you the upper hand. Believe it or not, I promise it will feel great to exercise that power and to have that control. And there is nothing they can do about it. If you'd like some help and support for what you're going through with a narc, you can set up a phone chat with me. You can text the number on your screen or just give it a call and press 1 and you'll be sent information. That information's available for you on my website. You can click the link down in the video description or shoot an email to book a chat with Jess@gmail.com and set up a phone chat that way. Number 5, remember what you've accomplished and how far you've come and all of your progress. This whole thing here is going to be maddening, defeating, and just make you feel awful. Keep in mind how far you've come, everything you've accomplished, everything you're learning, your short-term goals, the long-term goals, and everything that you have already achieved. If you don't have any goals, that's okay. Get some. It's really important. We always need short and long-term goals that keep us moving in the right direction. If you don't have any, your first goal is to get some. Number 6, never stop being cool, calm, and collected. It's okay to be pissed, sad, devastated, seething, heartbroken, any other word that you want to add to that list. You are human. The feelings you're having are normal, and it's okay to have them. But During the hearing, during this little court meeting, you have got to try your very best to not let these things show. Unfortunately, this is business and has nothing to do with how you feel about anything, or anybody else for that matter. Don't take it personally. No one's feelings are taken into account. This is court. Remember, this person has a mental problem, among maybe more. They have issues. They need to lie. They need to do all this garbage. They need to do what they're doing. It's part of the disorder. It's part of the sickness. Take your deep breaths. Squeeze a little stress ball in your pocket if you have it with you. Think of a funny joke and so on. Try to appear as cool as ever. Number 7, try to not speak, but if you have to, reflect back and use I statements. It can really help when you're going up against a narcissist, again, in court in front of other people, not to blame them for things. That can make you look mean, accusatory, nasty, petty, and very blame shifty. You look like you're not taking responsibility. Again, this is not about really like what's happening, but more so how you appear to other people around you. You can say something to the effect of, well, I did ABC because of what I felt this person was doing, or because of what this person was doing, it caused me to do ABCXYZ. Yes, I packed up and I left the home. I wasn't willing to deal with the multiple affairs. Yes, I did this. I was tired of trying to communicate and it wasn't getting through. Yes, I did ABCXYZ because this person had blocked me. I couldn't communicate with them. I continue to feel taken for granted. It's always I and me and mine. Talking about your reactions to what's happening paints a shitty picture for somebody without really saying anything necessarily. You're talking about what you did as a result of the abuse. You're not really calling them abusive. You're just stating facts. You're not directly and angrily blaming them. Well, they were lying. They were cheating. So I did this. What was I supposed to do? You say, no, I felt like this because this was happening as a result of, blah, blah, blah. And you go into really what's happening with them and their terrible behavior. Furthermore, never go after the low-hanging fruit and talk badly about them if you do have to talk. I'm not saying kiss their ass or lie and make them sound better than they were or anything like that. I'm simply saying take the high road. There will be obvious digs and things that you can say to paint them in a terrible light. You don't need to do that. The narcissist is going to look bad enough. All you have to do is conduct yourself like an adult. And when they act like a child, I promise you, it will speak for itself. Number 8, make sure that your representation knows this is a high conflict individual. I have to say this. I probably should have said it sooner in the video because I know a lot of people click off before it's over. But if you're still here with me, do not say the word narcissist. Not to your lawyer, not to anybody in the court, the judge, nobody. We don't have a PhD. And even if we did, which, some of you might, I'm not judging, some of you very well may, but we cannot diagnose. It doesn't look good to go into court and start throwing around accusations and supercharged buzzwords and diagnosing people. You can let your lawyer know that this person enjoys fighting, they'll fight over things they don't really want, and that they're a high conflict person. If you say narcissist to anybody, your lawyer would be the one to say it to, but I wouldn't linger there. People will wonder, well, how did you get this diagnosis? And how do you know? And that sounds pretty serious. It is just overall not a good look. You can say toxic, or you can allude to maybe they have some kind of a problem. But do yourself a big favor. Do not walk in there and start pointing the finger and calling them a narcissist. It just doesn't look good on you. Number 9. It doesn't matter what you do. This isn't easy. It's vital that you understand that you cannot prepare for everything, and you might walk into court not prepared for this. You can't change it. It's going to suck. Again, heartbreaking, earth-shattering. But sometimes all we can do is be aware of that and brace for the impact. We can certainly hope for the best, but we need to prepare for the worst. Number 10, have an after party. Now, you might actually want to throw a legit party if things are finally over, especially if they go in your favor and you do well. But I more so mean just kind of have a plan of something to do and where to go after this is over. You might be sad. You might be emotional. Do you have somebody to call? Do you have somewhere that you can go? Do you have family? Can you hang out or go do something? I would really recommend to have something planned after the hearing where you can be safe and have fun, whatever you choose to do, where you can handle the aftermath of what has happened. Find some way to make sure that you have some support. If you've been through this and you have other tips, please leave them here for other survivors and share in the comments. Did anything that I said in this list help you when you had to go to court? Also share that below. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.